We gather round for the halftime chat. Old friends cracking jokes and talking stats. From life's little games to the greatest plays. Love and the stories from the old glory days. With Philly's heart and Coach Edd's cheer, we break it down every moment, dear. Life is a team and we've got the plan. Sports, love, and laughter, that's who we am.
What is going on, everyone? Thanks for tapping into episode 26 of the Halftime Coach and Adjustment Show. So, really excited to be here today. Two old farts just coming in to talk sports, life, and whatever else is on the agenda. So, but again, thanks for everyone being here. Before we get into this, make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you tap in to Philly Halftime, to my channel on YouTube, the Aboriginal Sports Network, the Hardcore Sports Network. All the information is there in the description. Oops, I didn't put my Twitter. I'll worry about that later. But yeah, there we go. Let's get into this. Before I do, Halftime, how you doing, bro?
Doing all right. Taking it one day at a time.
Man, that's all we can do. So, everybody in the chat, Mike Green, is that cool in the gang? Hey, we wanted to try something new, talk to Halftime, and we created the intro. So, and there you have it. And in this day and age, we're able to do that nowadays. So, to be honest with you, it's AI generated. Let's be honest, and it's easy to do nowadays. So, salute to Mrs. Halftime. Much love and respect to you. So, but let's get right into the nitty gritty. And hey, it's playoff time. It's the second season, man. It's a lot going on right now. You just got rid of the intro, the what do you call it, wild card?
Yeah.
And now we're going into the first round. The Phillies, they host the Dodgers. Now, Halftime, what are your concerns in this series with the Dodgers, and what has to go Phillies' way for them to advance to the next round?
The Phillies, what's got to go with the Phillies is the bats. The bats and the defense got to be able to come out there. I mean, they got to play. Those bats better not go cold. And I know that there's a lot of people watching the Phillies play the Phillies. And they're like, oh, my damn, Bryce Harper hit a home run. This is where Bryce Harper has to step up huge. And our guys need to step up. Like, well, I'm tired of being one and done. I'm sick of it. Let's go. Everybody says we're going to go to the World Series. I like to see it. Don't get me wrong. But my thing is, like, my argument is to everybody, and I listen. I talk to every Philly fan there is, and like my brother, I even talked to my brothers about it. I mean, he's like, "Oh, we got a chance," and I'm like, "You lost your Cy Young winner, pitcher. You would have, we would have won the Cy Young, I believe. I truly believe he would have won it. So." I'm like, when you lose that arm, it's going to be difficult for you. Ranger Suarez has to step up. Aaron Nola is going to have to step up. Because they all had to pitch 7 innings. Because our bullpen is so bad. Our starting pitchers had to pitch 7 to 8 innings. And can we do it? It's going to be tough. And this is what I thought the Phillies were going to play. I thought they were going to play the Dodgers. I was hoping for the Reds. Don't get me wrong, but I knew it was going to be the Dodgers all the way.
Okay. Okay. Michael Neal says, "Hey guys, hey Mrs. Halftime, is our starting pitcher going to be able to match the Dodgers?" And I guess he means the Dodgers pitching. So, do you feel the Dodgers pitching is that much more advantageous over Phillies?
I think the Dodgers pitching is a little bit better than the Phillies.
Hmm.
Like their bullpen's a little bit better
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
than the Phillies. Everything, their pitching is just a little bit better than ours. And if we are going to play, hey, we're going to swing at everything because we're only going to go swing for home runs,
Mm-hmm.
and you're going to swing at a ball that's in the dirt instead of not, making the
Being,
count,
yeah.
doing the count,
Mm-hmm.
that's the issue.
Okay. Okay. What other concerns do you have with the Dodgers lineup now instead of the Phillies, but the Dodgers? Whether it's their pitching, whether it's a particular player, what concerns you with the Dodgers?
Um, I'm I'm just hoping that the Dodgers go on a slump. I just hope that everything they just did
Mhm.
is the opposite for the Phillies. I can hope.
Exactly.
I want the
It-
Dodgers to be the opposite that I want the Phillies to be for.
I get you. I get you. What's up, Bruce? Thanks for tapping in, man. I really appreciate you. Um, Halftime, Coach Ed, do you feel the Eagles will beat the Broncos? We're going to get into the NFL a little bit later, so we'll come back to this. You gave your score prediction 27-24. Okay. So, I'll keep note of that. So, thanks, Mitch. I really appreciate it. It was really phenomenal last night, especially everyone tapping in. For those you don't know, I did a analysis and a reaction to Ivy League. Most people, you watch the big boys, but there was a lot of people that were watching the Ivy League game between Princeton and Columbia. So a little tri-state type of appeal. So, but it was cool. So, what's up, Mike Green? I'm a big fan of the Eagles. I'm a big fan of the Eagles season better. Eagles kick Denver Broncos. But okay, little G Griffin. You gave your score. Okay, we'll get to that a little bit later. Halftime, I feel the Phillies will win if Rob doesn't keep messing up with his big mistakes.
Oh, he will. Rob's going
So,
to do it.
what's up, Dave? Thanks for tapping in, man. Really appreciate that. Halftime, do you feel our offense plays better? Do you feel our offense plays better? Offensive players are better than the Dodgers' offensive players. Mm.
Well, that's a good question. Actually, it is a good question.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, sometimes they are, and sometimes they're not. They don't come to play. Sometimes it's weird. This
Well,
isn't like back in the day when the Phillies were the fighting Phils.
we'll put it like this: if you just look at the overall talent, all right, because right now it sounds like with the consistency, they need to be consistent. But
Yes,
is the talent on par with
the
are both?
talent is better than the Dodgers.
Oh, okay, that's a big one right there. That's a big one. So yeah, you definitely gotta step up then. If the Phillies hang in for 4 or 5 innings tied, or maybe down a run, the Phillies can get to the Dodgers pen. So talk about the Dodgers pen. I mean, is it that bad?
Um, if we can keep our starting pitcher in, and
Mm-hmm.
we don't have to go to our bullpen,
Mm-hmm.
yes, we can. That's when the Phillies start hitting. When we get to everybody's bullpen. So if
Mm.
we can get to their bullpen and keep our starter in there,
Mm-hmm.
Mike, right, we can get to them.
Well, you know
We
what?
can win.
That's what I do. I've been hearing a lot, not just in with the Phillies. I mean, me being a Yankees fan, but I do hear that the bullpen in a lot of baseball teams the play is not good across the league.
So weak. It's all weak. It's not just the Phillies. Bullpen weak. The
Mm-hmm.
Dodgers, the
Mm-hmm.
Yankees,
Mm-hmm.
everybody's bullpen is weak. If we can keep our starting pitcher in where he's not, giving up a lot,
Mm-hmm.
And yes, whoever gets to the bullpen first
Mm-hmm.
is when
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
the other team's going to win.
That's going to be key. What's good, halftime coach? 3 days until the NHL season. Okay.
Can't wait.
Okay. We got to start adding that. I mean, I'm not a big hockey fan, so but I'm going to rely on you on that one. So, do you guys
Listen,
think that our bats are better
Flyers
than the
are
Dodgers?
going to be in the playoffs. I'm just going to say they're going to be in the playoffs. I got them in the playoffs.
Okay. Okay. There we go.
I
There
got,
we
I
go.
got my coach on the Flyers now.
Excuse
Fine and
me.
die with that dude.
Okay. Okay. I got to talk to my man NYG. He's more of a hockey buff than I am. So, get with New York, because New York has literally three teams in the area between the Islanders, the Rangers, and the Devils. So it's like,
Yeah.
okay, but
Can't stand the
we'll see.
Devils. Does Devils have the Flyers number? Doesn't
Hey,
matter.
it's Jersey. That's
Doesn't
all I'm
matter.
gonna say.
It doesn't matter how bad the bringing Devils were, man. They always beat the Flyers.
Mhm. All right, so we touched on the Phillies, now the Yankees. So I travel across the border to take on the Blue Jays. And what issues face New York in the series with Toronto? And what does New York need to do to advance? Well, Toronto has had the series with them. They won the series, which both teams have the same record. But because Toronto won the series, that's why Toronto had the overall record. So one of the biggest issues facing the Yankees, said it earlier, it's the bullpen. The bullpen has not been consistent. It's been a problem all year round with the Yankees. And then the consistent, always going for the home run. Sometimes you harp on it a lot, the small ball, doing the little things. You have Jazz Chisholm, where if you can get him on base, he can be a problem on the base paths. Now I understand you have Judge and Stanton. They're not the type of hit and run type of guys. They're built to just hit the home runs. But sometimes, you know what? If you can just get that hit that pushes the ball, the base runner over, it goes a long way, man. It really does. And that's something that I think that they need to do. Starting pitching. I mean, now the rookie looked good against Boston to close out Boston the other day. I was when it said it was going to be a rookie, I was like, oh gosh, here we go. And he went up there, and I'm like, well, this kid was magical. Now I'm not expecting him to do that through the whole playoffs. He's a rookie, but there's some tools there that, what, if you really develop it, now like you guys with your manager, I'm the same way with Aaron Boone, man. I'm the same exact way, man. I just,
Is
now,
he like so with analytics? Like
he,
I don't know the Yankees, so
he's analytics. The Yankees are they're analytics based through and through.
so he
Um,
is like Rob.
yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter what happens.
Hmm.
If analytics says not to do it, he ain't doing it.
Exactly. Exactly. So, that's the thing with the Yankees there. So, let me get caught up with the chat. Coach, I have the Rangers and Islanders in the playoffs. Okay, Cameron. I'll keep an eye out for that. I mean, I've been hearing a lot of things about the Islanders and some of the things that they did. So we'll see what happens. Mike, I feel you're right. As Trey and Bryce are the best. So talking about the Phillies, don't forget about the Sabres. Um, there's a team called the. Wait a minute. No, yeah, yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Where are the Sabres from?
Upper New York, Buffalo,
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Buffalo,
That's
New
what.
York.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Mike says if the bats show up, we'll be okay. Harper, Schwarber, in the bottom of the order. So, what's up, Cave man? Thanks for tapping in, man. Great job last night tapping in, helping me out with the game. So, Coach, did you enjoy the Yankees being lost? Of course, of course. Anytime New York beats the Red Sox, yes, yes. I was worried because I still go back to when the Yankees went up 3-0 on Boston back in the days, and Boston won the next four, with the fourth game being in New York to go on to win the World Series. So that was devastating. But anytime New York takes care of them disgusting Red Sox, yes. There's two teams that, for the most part, I mean, more the Red Sox, but also the Mets. They're the little brothers. Even though they want to be with the big boys. So, only thing with the Flyers is the defense, and goaltending is suspect.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
goaltending even Rick Tocchet is putting the defense on check and started bitching about the goaltending.
All right. Bruce is with you. The Flyers being better and having a top coach. So, Coach Ed, I don't like the Yankees, but I feel they are the number one team in the AL. This year, they were tied for it. I'm just going to say it like that. If they play up to their potential. Now, I will say this about the Yankees. I do think if they had Garrett Cole, it would be a different ball game. It, when you haven't had your top ace all year long, and Garrett Cole, I mean, what can you say? I mean, he's a Cy Young award winner. I mean, he's the type of pitcher that can lead you to the World Series, and you know what? In that deciding game, he can close it out for you. So, and I do think if they had him, they would have the number one overall record in the American League, and Toronto would be in second place. So, but and I've been a lifelong Yankee fan, so Kay says, "Let's go, Rangers, screw the Flyers." Halftime. Do you feel Schwarber will be the MVP in the NL?
Most definitely.
Okay.
Schwarber will definitely be MVP.
Yeah, I couldn't remember his name, so I still think he has some developing to do. I mean, he's still a rookie pitcher, so you're going to go through the ups and downs in any sport. A rookie has to learn the game. They have to get comfortable with the speed. They still have to learn the game. They have to build their confidence. So, those are some of the things that, is going to have to happen. For the Yankees to win this, they need their bullpen to come through, at least the whole fort. They really do. You need your you need your bullpen in the playoffs, so you can really advance. I mean, it's just as simple. And you know what? You need your bats to not disappear. I mean, that first game, they scored one run, and you lost 3. You were 1-0 for most of the game, and turn around, bring your bullpen in, and you lose 3-0. 3-1. So you need your bats, especially Judge and Stanton. You need those guys to step up. So there you have it.
Weird, ain't it, Coach? That your bats go cold, like the way the Phillies go cold. It's like, where is the consistency at all? You're going into the playoffs and there's none.
Exactly, man. And that's the thing. I mean, they went 9-1 down to close the season out. But then you get into the playoffs, in the first game, you only score 1 run. It's like, come on, man. What is it? I just didn't get it. So Mitch asks, are you ready for him to play for the Flyers?
Yeah, Mitch Koff is he's gonna be good. I'm not like these guys saying Mitch Koff is a Wayne Gretzky, but he's a good player.
Oh, okay. All right. I didn't know there was somebody named Mitch Koff on the Flyers. So,
he's Russian and his name is Mitch Koff.
Okay, talk me
Mitch,
something.
every time somebody calls Ben Mitch, it's him.
Bruce agrees with you about Schwarber having his best year, leading the Phillies to the playoff, and was amazing. So, and even in the All-Star game, 3 home runs in the Derby. So, okay, there you go. So, but now for the Yankees, like I said, for them to move on, it has to be their bats and it has to be their pitching. And I forgot to Uh, my apologies. I was supposed to bring something up for you guys. Share screen just so we can have it. Here it is. All right. So, and here we go. This is the playoffs picture. The Phillies and the Dodgers. And just so you guys know, today starts the NLDS and the ALDS. Right now, Chicago and Milwaukee are playing. Then you have Toronto and New York at 4, LA and Philly at 6:30, and then to close it out, Detroit and Seattle. And everything is on TBS, Fox, or FS1. So wherever you're looking to find the game, there you have it. You can pull it up. So, and there you have it. So, if you guys can advance to the next round, who would you rather face, the Cubs or the Brewers?
The Cubs.
Okay. Why is that?
Well, I go like I'm superstitious, and we took out Milwaukee. So already this year, so I would think they would beat us, but that's just me being superstitious.
Gotcha. Okay. For me, I'm going to be honest. If the Yankees can get past Toronto, I want Seattle, and some of that is I go back to the old days, and I still remember back in what is it, 95?
Yes, 95, 96, something like that.
Yeah, Don Mattingly, that was it for him. And those who don't know, I love Don Mattingly as a Yankee. I mean, he epitomized what the New York Yankees were about. And I know he didn't win much with the Yankees. He was injured, but it just hurt. And then right after he's done playing, they go on that magical run to basically have a dynasty back in the day. So that's why I want Seattle, man. That still sticks with me. It still irks me. It's like I always want Seattle. And don't get me wrong, my favorite player at the time was on Seattle, Ken Griffey Jr. He is always going to be my favorite baseball player, hands down.
I like his dad too, though.
Yeah, no, Senior was good too.
Ken Griffey Senior.
Yes.
He wasn't no slouch.
No. He wasn't. He's good. Trust me. I mean, when he was with the Yankees, I mean, he was a beast with the Yankees too. So damn George Steinbrenner, because you could have gotten Ken Griffey Jr., but he didn't want to be here because of how you treated his dad. So it's just like, So, Coach Edd, I project the Yankees beat the Blue Jays. Man, if they win 4-1.
If they do 4-1, holy shit.
I'm going to tell you right now, if they were to beat the Blue Jays 4-1, New York is going to go crazy. The expectation is they're going to the World Series.
Yep.
I'm sorry. It's just going to be like that. It's going to be 4-1, then right hands down. And if not all of New York is going to say, we're going to win the World Series. Because the Blue Jays are a good team. They are a hell of a good team.
That's going to be the Blue Jays are probably going to be the best team that you play besides whoever you play in the World Series. But the Blue Jays are going to be really tough.
Yeah,
4-1, that's 4-1, that's hard.
Bruce is predicting the Phillies win 4-2 if Rob doesn't make his mistakes. What's up, AK, man? Thanks for tapping in, bro. Appreciate you as always, man. Always supporting us. Thank you. So, but there you have it. I mean, that's what I think about the Yankees and what they need to do. And look, what's his name? Jr. was I can't say Vladimir Jr. You got to control. You can't let him get hot. You can't because I think he sparks that whole Toronto team. When he gets going, that team really gets going. So definitely have to, not allow. And he's going to be a good player. Don't get me wrong. But you don't want him to, say hitting 350 and, quite a few home runs. So But we'll see. And I hope you can remember my prediction, as I feel Yankees are the number. No, I believe they're the number one team in the AL. Remember, they're tied with Toronto with the overall record. It's
Right.
just that Toronto won the series earlier in the season, so that's why they got
They got the
the
great tiebreaker.
yeah, that's why they got the tiebreaker. AK says he has Seattle and the Brewers. Ooh, ooh. I will say this: if you got that in the World Series, I don't think you're going to get a lot of people to watch. I,
I think you know what would be a good World Series?
mm-hmm,
Toronto and the Phillies. Last time we played Toronto in the World Series
mm-hmm.
is when Wild Thing Mitch Williams screwed us.
Oh
Damn it,
yeah,
the
and you had
Wild Thing screwed us.
and whatchamacallit hit that home. What? No, was it against you guys that he hit that home run?
Huh?
What's his name? Carter, if I'm not mistaken. What? No, I'm
Who
thinking.
hit the home run off Mitch Williams? But man, did he throw a meatball over the plate where it
Mm-hmm.
still didn't land. I'm
Bruce says
pissed.
Bruce says he thinks the Brewers beat the Cubs, and you guys will face them in the World Series. I mean, in the next round to get to the World Series, and have some in the fan. There we go, starting that up again. So
Starting that up already.
thank you, Dave. Joe Carter. That's who I was thinking about. Joe Carter. Yeah. So, um, and we'll get to the NBA in a little bit too. So, I feel you're right. If we play the Blue Jays, I feel when now Bruce 4-0 sweeping in the World Series. I'm sorry. Nah. I root for the Phillies. Don't get me wrong, but I can't see that 4-0.
We're not gonna. No,
No.
not 4-0.
Ooh, good hit.
And
Sorry.
nobody's going 4-0 in the playoffs
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
at all.
I don't see any team that dominant in the playoffs. Not. Now, as a fan, I get it. You want that to happen. Root for it. That's cool. But personally, to be honest, no, I can't see it. And I'm not that deeply invested in baseball as the other sports, but I've been following a little bit, and I can't see that. I definitely can't see that. So I knew he was going to do that. Play action, wide open. Bet I knew it. Wide open. Man, sorry. I was looking at Air Force, Navy. My dad was in the Air Force, but I love Navy football, and long touchdown for a pass. But getting back to this, so there we have it. Let's go ahead and move on. So we got to touch on a little bit. We'll come back to baseball, if you guys want to touch a little bit later. So, but we have basketball now. Basketball is back. Think about that, man. Think about that. And the Knicks and the Sixers are playing internationally in Abu Dhabi. And right now, in the fourth quarter, the Knicks are leading by 5 points, 108-103. I mean, I know the Knicks were up bigger a little bit earlier, but now they've closed. The Sixers have closed the gap. So, but I think a lot of that is because key starters are out. Yeah, Brunson is out, Bridges is out. Yeah, all of the starters for New York are out. So, you have the reserves in, and then same with Philly. The first game, the reserves for New York played a lot better, and New York came away with the win. And look, for me, it's preseason. You're just getting work in. You're trying to develop. The Knicks have a new coaching staff, so you're trying to get acclimated to what's going on. The Sixers, you're trying to build your bench, especially because you don't know what's going to happen with Embiid and Paul George. So we're gonna touch on that a little bit, but again, I just wanted to give you an update on that. Looks like Maxey was the leading scorer so far. You have a guy, Kennedy Chandler, is putting in 15 points. You have Malcolm Hill with 14 points. So you have a balanced team too. So and if you can get your bench going, I think that helps you guys, going forward. But halftime, how concerned should the Sixers be about Embiid and George's injury history for this season? I'm talking about for this
I've
season
been
coming
saying
up.
this since last year.
Mm-hmm.
A big concern.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have the same shit they had last year.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Jeremy Kane just had surgery. Everybody said he already had his surgery, but no, he just now got his surgery done.
Mm-hmm.
He ripped the tendon off from his thumb from here to here or something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's going to be a concern because that's a muscle and he has to rebuild that strength in that thumb.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody acts like, oh, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. No, he has to rebuild that muscle in that hand.
Mm-hmm.
People have to understand that part. It ain't like he's going to go have stitches in there and say, oh, I'm going to be good and start doing what he can do. Not going to happen. Ain't going to happen. You got Embiid. I don't think Embiid's going to play a lot this year. Paul George, I think he's not going to play a lot this year.
One of the things I did hear is that, and I think even Mitch talked about it, is Embiid is not going to play back-to-backs.
No, he's not playing back-to-back. But he might sit out like 4 games and then play a game. Then sit out 3 games. Then play a game. He's probably not... Coach, I'll be shocked if he plays 20 games.
20? Out of
20,
2?
Yeah. I'm telling you, and then when he plays, he's going to get hurt again.
But 20 games.
You might as well put it on his forehead, fragile. Handle with care.
But bro, if he plays 20 games, then if Embiid plays 20 games during this season, do you really think the Sixers can win? And at least
no, not at all.
Wow.
I don't think they're making the play in.
Ooh.
They're not making it. Because you put this team around who? Embiid. You built this team for Embiid. That's the guy you put it on. You put all your money on Embiid. And he screwed you. And then you signed him to that big contract where you can't get out of it.
I think he has, 3 years left on his contract, right?
He just signed a brand new contract.
Cameron says he thinks Embiid is going to retire soon.
I do not. There's a lot of people saying that, Cameron. I don't see him retiring. Listen, it's $215 million. He's not retiring. Who's going to give up $215 million? What idiot? Please tell me. If he sits on the bench, he's still getting his check. And all he has to do is put his pom-poms in his hands and collect his money. So I don't see that one. 215. I know I'll sit my fat ass on the bench and go, let's go, guys. You can do it. You can do it without me. But yo, make sure my check's there Friday. What do you think, Coach? Like $215 million. You're hurt or not? You're not retiring, right?
No, I mean,
money, right?
Yeah, you're not retiring, but it depends on the rules. I'd have to research because I think with their contracts are guaranteed that even if they retired, they still get. Yeah, see, Mike's saying the same thing. I have to double check, or do they have to repay it if they don't play? Because if I'm not mistaken, if a player retires, they still.
If they retire, they don't have to pay. They don't have to pay him all that money.
But see, you're still accounting for it on the books. That's why I'm saying I have to look it up. I'd have to look at the rules. Hold on a minute. I'm gonna see if I can find it right now. NBA.
That's what I got a hold of. You like if he retires, you don't have to pay him all that money. You had to pay him the year that he retired in, but you don't have to pay him the rest of the years.
No,
That's what I understood.
I'm looking it up now. How happens if a player? Oh, that's 2018. I mean, this is 2025. What happens if a player retires? On his own accord, the contract can be terminated and the player not owed anything. Um, yeah, see, in it says if a player retires before the contract expires, they no longer get paid. That's why it's very rare for injured players with active contracts to retire. They almost always just remain on injury reserve.
Yes.
So yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So,
Because you're not going to give. He's not giving up 215 million. I don't care what anybody says. I'm not giving you. I'm not giving up
mm-hmm,
$250 million.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Huh? You're right. You're right.
I'm not doing
So.
it. A quarter. Everybody's saying 215 like it's nothing. $250 million. Let's put it
Mm-hmm,
that way. Let's put it that way.
mm-hmm.
People really understand. Not giving
Yeah.
up. Not doing it. Not me. My fat ass will sit on the bench. Put your pom poms in my hand. You could do it.
Yeah, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. You're not giving up that money. And as the rules just state, yeah, they're not going to do that. So, yeah, here's the stats from the game. The points. Oubre has 13. Um, Edgecombe has 10. Here's their plus minus. So Barlow is a minus 15. Ooh, wow, he's not having a good game. So, and if you go to New York has played a lot of guys today. Literally, damn. 1, 2,
What's
3,
Yabu do for
4,
you
5,
guys?
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Plus 5 is 19 players. Yeah. Yabusele, he's a minus 5. He has 3 points. 1 personal foul. 1 turnover, 1 block, 1 steal, 2 assists, 2 rebounds. So, and he's played about 15, a little over 15 minutes.
Great move for you guys.
Yeah. So,
I wish we never got rid of him.
And hold a minute, I didn't bring it up. I thought I brought it up for you guys to see. Here it is. Sorry about that. Yeah, here it is. Sorry, I thought I brought the scoreboard up for you guys. So here's the Sixers. You guys didn't play a lot of guys, in comparison to New York, like I said. So, and we were talking about Yabusele. Here's Yabusele right here, and you get 15 minutes. So,
So he played good.
yeah, but he only got 3 points. So he's gonna. Knicks fans are gonna want more.
Yabu's the defense guy. He's there to get rebounds. He's there to get freaking steals.
Yeah, but he's not. His lateral quickness. I've already noticed that he's not a quick guy. So and Dave asked you. He said you don't see the Sixers. You don't see a Sixers playoff. So
No, I don't see them making the play in.
yeah. So the Sixers aren't healthy. I don't think they're going anywhere. What's up, Baraku? Congrats on your Rangers getting your new manager. So what's up, Blaze? Man, thanks for tapping in. And he says Yabu looks like he gained some weight and was a bit slow. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I mean, everything that I've seen, yeah, he looks very sluggish. Whenever I saw him play and the other day. So I'm happy for Skip Schumacher. Yeah, you guys definitely, it sounds like it's a good move for you guys. So, but yeah, Yabusele now again, he's getting acclimated, new team, and if he did gain weight, it's going to take a little while for him to get acclimated, and Mike Brown will figure out what he needs to do with him. So, and how to play him. Now, he does look like he has a decent back to the basket game. So, and with his size and strength, he can back down the opposition, which is going to force the defense to collapse, which then if he can pick up some good assists, especially getting the ball to the open player. He said VJ looks like a superstar, smooth, great passing, awesome defense, love it. So, but yeah, let's see, what did he have today? He played 24 minutes. He was 3 of 9, 1 of 4 from 3-point, 3 of 3 from the free throw line. He had 10 points, but his plus minus, he was -8. So I don't think anybody had. Drummond was a +2. Walker was a +3. So, in comparison to the Knicks, the starters were +20, +16, +14. Cat was +6, Bridges was +6. So, the key contributors, Brogdon was +7. So, McBride was even. Yabusele was -5, like I said. Shamit was -3. Dottier was -3. So, and this is also guys, trying to figure out, and you have a coaching staff, as you're seeing, he's putting guys out there to see what they can get and what they can do, and they're not playing a lot of minutes. So, and as a Knicks fan, after dealing with Tibbs last year, woo, to see you're playing with more guys, yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm just glad that basketball is back. I know, Mitch. That's your thing. That's your sport. Just like I'm football, you're basketball. I don't look too much in. Yeah, I don't look into it either. So in on your back end, you got to find guys that are going to be here to help during the season, and the rest of the guys, you got to decide who you got to cut.
Yeah, you got to find out who your bench is going to be. You got your next man up for people that are hurt.
Exactly. So let me get a score update. Well, it went final. Knicks won 112 to 104. So, but again, early I was looking. It was I think the Knicks were up by like I think 12 points at one point. So, but I couldn't watch the game, so it's blocked out for me. So unfortunately, so both teams did play a lot of players to test them today. Yeah, and exactly, that's what you do. You test out. You get players out there. So, what's your idea, Cameron? So, did you get to see any of the game halftime?
No, I didn't get to see any of it.
No. Okay.
I've been dealing with Mrs. Halftime and the kids and.
Understandable.
Miss Halftime just had, I guess you could call it a little surgery. She had that port put in for getting ready for chemo. So she's kind of in pain and she's struggling a little bit.
Oh, okay. Well, hopefully she starts to feel better.
Well, they did it now. So I guess she thinks it's because they did it now because of they knew how much pain she was going to be in, so they had to wait. They waited for this. They did it now so she can heal and then say, "All right, now we're going to get ready for chemo." So.
I don't know why this came on. All right. So sorry about that halftime. Finish what you were saying, man.
Yeah, so they're just getting her ready for chemo. So, but she's in a lot of pain. So that's all.
Okay.
She's doing day by day. She's in week 3 of radiation. So, a couple more weeks and radiation's over.
Top of the second, Brewers are up 6-1 over the Cubs. So there we have it. That's what I was trying to see. Get a quick update on the baseball game. So Brewers are sending the message right off the bat.
Yeah, so see everybody's ass down. We're gonna whoop their ass.
Cameron, I will reach out to NYG and I will talk to him and I'll let you know. So Mitch says the game was blocked on everyone on YouTube TV. Yeah, with NBA TV, but here's the thing: for me, it's hard, difficult with the Knicks games because um, Dolan and the Knicks have a war. They've had a war the past 3 years with Comcast. So they pulled MSG off. So and I can only get Comcast. I mean, I know everyone has given me different apps, and I've tried so many different things. I've even gone to the Fire Stick, and that does me no justice. So, um, yeah, that's what I was just saying, Dave. I just pulled it up, and it's 6-1 for the Brewers. So, halftime coach. What's up, Charles? Thanks for tapping in, brother. Appreciate you. Um, I notice you're enjoying the good weather down in the Caribbean. I watch the games on Gotham Sports app, so I don't think I can get Gotham either. Because I'm with Comcast and because it's MSG, because it asks you for your cable company. And so that's the problem. I mean, if they were to ever settle whatever the war was or get it settled, then I think I could get it back. But overall, I haven't had MSG in 3 years, so or access to MSG. So, but hey, it is what it is. So, if they come on national TV, I get it. Or if they're on a visiting network and NBA TV pulls it up, then I could watch it on that way. And or the disgusting Nets. If they're on Yes, I can watch them on Yes Network. So, but um, and you're welcome, Charles. It's always a pleasure talking with you, man. So, um, me, as far as the next part of this question, how does New York fit into what Mike Brown is doing? It's still a work in progress, but from what I've seen with the ball movement, I think it's going to help. I am wondering how Brunson, because Brunson has always been so ball dominant, and with you want to have the ball moving around, how does that affect him? That's the only thing I'm really worrying about, because I'm not expecting him to see, consistent 30-point plus games. I'm going to be honest with you. Now if you're telling me I'm going to see about 25, but you're going to see Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, and some of the key reserves step their game up, I'm fine with that. Brunson can give me 24. I'm cool with that. And if the team is winning, and if they can end up being one of the top seeds in the East, I'm cool with that. I'm fine with that. So the expectation is, to be brutally honest, NBA Finals. I can't see anything less than that. I'm going to be honest. It's not me being arrogant. You fired Tibbs. He got you to the Eastern Conference Finals last year. So if you fire your head coach, what does that mean? NBA Finals. So, do I think it's going to take some time at New York? Yes. But I figure by the 20th game, somewhere in that range, I should have a general idea what this team will be and what they can do. And, we'll take it from there. We'll see. So they can make it all the way. I'll be ecstatic. So the last time they won a NBA Finals, I think I was 6 years old.
Damn.
Yeah, 1973. So think about that. Think about how long ago that was. So at least you guys at least won one what in the 80s. So
Yeah.
There we have it. So, but all right. So we're gonna move on from the NBA, and I was gonna do the NFL, but I'm gonna throw y'all the question of the day right now.
Question today.
And the question of the day is, if you could make one change in the world, what would it be? And that's anything. You want to go first, or you want me to go first?
You go first.
If I can make one change in the world, I'd eliminate hate. Plain and simple. I'd eliminate hate, man, because it just demoralizes everything. And if you talk about race, there's people hating one person over another just because of the color of your skin, or you hate someone because they're heavy set or they're skinny or whatever the case may be, because they have more money than you. I'd eliminate that, man. I mean, because that just tears away at the fabric of humanity, and that's a big thing with me, man. It's just, I saw this question and I was just like, and that was the first thing that came into my head. I'd eliminate hate, and all forms of hate, whether it's racism, sexism, classism, all of that all would go. So, Blaze says get rid of evil. I mean, that's a good one. That's a good one, Blaze. Yeah, because people can be very evil. So, but yeah, that's one of the things that when I thought about it, it's, and I've gone through a lot of hate in my life, man. Whether it's because of my weight, because of my skin color, my hair. Some people have been critical of my hair. Some people in the Black race have been very critical of me because of the way I speak. Oh, you don't talk Black. What? I talk so people can hear me. That's how I was raised. So, but again, that's my thing. So Dave says he'd get rid of disease. So, what about you, Halftime?
I gotta agree with you and Blaze. Get rid of all the freaking hate and evil. Like everybody, there's too much. There's just too much out there. Like, can't you just get along? I mean, yes, you're not going to get along with everybody, but damn, there's more hate and like ever. Like if you want to go to the politics way, Democrats and Republicans, and there's so much hate there. There's just hate, just to hate people.
Exactly.
Just because they want to hate something or somebody. Stop hating on everybody. And you and Blaze are right. That's what that's what came to my mind. And I'm like this is, it's crazy how bad it is that there's always a fight or somebody dying or, over what? Somebody died over a pair of shoes. Somebody died over a jacket. Like,
you hate somebody because you hate someone because they're wearing a different color than you.
Yeah.
You wear red, they wear blue. So now, gang wars, and you don't know the person, but you hate them just because
you don't like if they believe in God or if they don't believe in God, and there's hate on that. It's like it's all over. It's just not one thing. The hate is everywhere.
Exactly.
The evil is everywhere. You two are just right on the money. Like, when's that going to ever stop? And it's never going to. But
that's the sad part, bro. I mean, because you're right, it's not going to stop. And as a parent, as a grandfather, it does concern me. Because hate touches us all in many different ways. So, and Blaze says the best: accept differences. To me, differences are beautiful. It is. You can learn. If everyone is the same, it would be boring. You celebrate the differences instead of the hate. Because look. I mean, there's so many different people that have been out there that I have learned from that bring a different perspective to life, and that's extremely important to me. Because look, I don't know everything. I only know one person that knows anything, and now there's some who know more than others, but if you have a better understanding, then you can appreciate them. We need unity and love in the world more than ever. Yes, bro, more than ever. And that's why, like I said, in thinking about, going through the questions, and I saw this one, and, I know some people, they don't want to touch it. It's awkward.
And you're right, it hits.
Yeah.
It hits. I mean, even if we're on YouTube, Coach, me, you, Blaze, we're all on YouTube. We get hate for no apparent reason. You all don't know me. People are hating me because I'm fat. Oh, look at your beard. It's got gray in it. I'm old. Damn it.
Exactly, bro. I mean, and that's
like, be honest, and there's people that are trying to be. Back in the day, what we used to call them, Coach, telephone tough guys.
oh yeah,
So
yeah.
now they're YouTube tough guys, where they're sitting there running their mouth on a chat because nobody can get you your ass, and that's the problem. Stop with the hate
Mm-hmm.
and just say, "Oh, here we are." I mean, you got people bullying people. My kids go to school, they get bullied. Is it okay? No.
Mm-mm.
Stop the damn bullying.
Mm-hmm.
Just you live your life, let them live theirs. You don't like them, that's fine. Guess what? Don't bother with that person. That's all. Just say, yo, I'm going on my own. I don't like that.
Exactly. I mean, in life, it's about the respect. I don't have to agree with you, and I'm quick to. I've even said it to some of my siblings. Look, we can agree to disagree. There's nothing wrong with that. I see things one way. You say tomato, I say tomato.
Yep.
So there you have it. But to hate and you have those people out there that hate because they're unhappy with their lives. So they want to try and bring some unhappiness to other people. Where you know what? Sometimes yeah, go get your counseling if that's what you got to do, or talk to people. Find out why. Find out why or find out another person's why that may help you understand and better appreciate who they are. So, it like I said, that would be the one thing that I would eradicate. It's the level of hate that's out there. You ain't
Yeah.
like you said, you don't have to like something or someone that, but hating them, hating them enough to,
Kill
want to,
somebody over it
yeah,
or
it's, you know, it's, I just again, it just really baffles my mind with this level of disdain and hate that's out there in the world, and it's something that we definitely need to do better of, going forward. So,
I mean, no, you don't always have to. I'm not saying you always have to agree with somebody, but
hmm
damn, like for the hatred to come in, for what?
hmm
Why? Why hate on everybody in the world?
and if you if
They
you
don't
received
know.
if you received hate in your life growing up, that doesn't justify saying, well, I received it, so I'm going to give it back to. No, sometimes you got to make a change.
Yes.
What did what's the song Michael Jackson, Man in the Mirror?
Yep.
Got to start with the man in the mirror. You got to make a change. And that's what it may sound corny to some people and, or it's a fantasy. No, it's not. No, it's not. Because if you bring about that change, you bring about a better way of living for you and everyone around you. And if you touch one person, they touch one person, it's a trickle down effect. It really can be. But when we sit here and, like you said earlier, the political sphere, you may not like certain people, but to try and take someone's life
Yes.
eh, over politics,
I mean, yeah. Over
or
religion or a belief.
religion, sports. I've seen people take other people's lives for sports.
Yeah.
It's that's the thing that is really concerning and sad, and that's why I say for me, I take it out, yeah, you ain't we're not gonna be able to hate, so you know, because most people don't know how to handle it, and like you said, you've been called out, weight, whatever. I've been hated on for whatever reason, and you know,
There's so many people that hate me just because I wear sunglasses on YouTube. Like, okay. I hurt
okay.
your feelings. Like, yeah. And I get this thing where I always say I hurt somebody's feelings or something, or you got your feelings hurt.
hmm
To let y'all know, that's what's really actually happening with you. Your feelings are you give people are. I want to say soft, but it is. It's like If you are that angry and you had to kill somebody over a jacket or a pair of shoes because you're jealous because that's what they have and you want them, that's a problem in your head.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's a problem in your head. Not, okay, that guy has something better than you. You get it. Everybody has.
Look, today I was just talking with my siblings earlier because we have a group chat. And one of the things I said to him, I'm like, man, I'm jealous. I'm jealous of the kids today because they have such great technology. If I had technology back when I went to college first, I'd have multiple degrees, all this and that, and my sister jokingly, she's like, stop hating. I'm like, I'm not hating. I'm appreciating what they have today.
Yes.
Yes.
I wish I had this technology when I was a kid.
Exactly. That's the whole point. It's because like I was telling my sister, I said, think about it. When we went to school, when we had to do research papers or whatever, we had to go to the library, pull out a reference card, go find the book. If the book wasn't in the library, you'd have to wait for the book to return so you can then finish doing your work. Nowadays, just like I did earlier with, retirement. I got the library right at my fingertips.
Yeah.
That's why I told myself, I'm like, I'm not hating. I'm like, I'm appreciating what they have. And I didn't mean to come across that way, but the fact of the matter is, I'm not hating. I'm appreciating what they have. And yes, do I wish it was in my life? Yes, but I have it now where even at this age, I can still do so many different things. When I was in school, there was a woman who graduated at 81 from college. I'm like, oh, wow, man. That just told me.
You know what I hate on, Coach? This is what I hate on. You want to know what I hate on? My dumb ass can't set up YouTube yet. It's halftime. That's it.
It that you?
And I'm learning, but I'm learning slowly.
But that's the point. Everybody learns differently. But you are learning.
I'm a hands-on guy.
There you go.
You are a reader.
Yes.
Right? And you have to study and you have to read it and you understand what it's doing with this. I'm a hands-on guy.
Exactly.
My thing is, but I'm impatient.
Oh, we all are. We all are.
No. You say people are impatient. I really am impatient.
No, I am.
Like, I got it. Like, I got to have it. When I want something, I got to have it now. Or I'll go get it my goddamn self. I'll do it myself. And that's what I try to do.
No, I feel you, bro. I feel you. So, Mitch says halftime has to ask me how to Google. So,
listen, dude, I don't Google. Listen, I've been doing this for 4 years now, 3 years now. Coach, I don't Google shit. I don't Google fucking stats. I watch the goddamn game. I don't need stats. People are always going there right behind me, putting me. I got to get my receipts from halftime. Oh, wait, he was right. Oh, damn, he was right. You're Googling this shit. I ain't been to a library. The library ain't gonna tell me shit now from this when I spew. But it is what it is. I'm learning, but I am learning how to do YouTube. I'm learning how to work everything slowly but surely.
No, that's fine. Everyone, look, trust me. There's things that I don't know, and if it wasn't for guys like Mitch, for NYG, for Big Pat, it would take me a little bit longer. But
yeah, I don't.
But I always tell them, I'm like, I just need the book. You give me a manual, then I can figure anything out. So wait a minute, just a quick update. The Brewers are now up 8-1, bottom of the second. Looks like it's 2 out and bases loaded.
Right. Cubs are getting their spanking on.
Oh wow.
They're getting spanked.
Yeah, they are. So sometimes you gotta look at that stuff. Yeah, we know. Trying to see where the team is at. So, but you know what? he's also having fun with it. He's really not hating on it too.
I'm
When
not
you really
hating on it. I'm not
it's
hating
just
on. Listen, the stat. When I used to look at stats, you know what it was? A fucking newspaper.
mm-hmm,
I
mm-hmm.
mean, listen, we had a newspaper back in the day. We don't have all this stuff. So the technology, yes, the technology, it's like the yellow pages. You let your fingers do the walking. Remember that saying, Coach?
Yep.
That's all it is now. I'm the luck with technology. I refuse with the technology.
Well, you know what? This is also part of the discussion. Like I told my siblings, I said because part of that was the discussion on AI, where one of my siblings just doesn't see the benefits of AI. He was hating on it,
Right.
and I said, well, if you really think about it, that's just the technological advances. I said, think about from when our grandmothers were young. Our grandmothers were born in the 1912s. I
Yep.
said, technology has advanced. When we were kids, they were probably feeling the same exact way and I said to him that you're feeling right now. And he was like, you know what? I didn't even think about that. I said, yeah, that's just technology. If you learn how to use the technology, once you learn how to use it, then you begin to appreciate it, which is why I say I would get rid of hate, because some people will hate for whatever reason. They don't want to learn, they don't want to progress.
Right.
But it's more of, you hate because you're afraid, as opposed to, you know what? If you learn to appreciate, you can learn and grow.
No, because like the technology now, everybody uses it. If you do this technology out now, then you know how many people would not know what to do with themselves?
Yeah, no, exactly, bro.
These
I mean,
kids would go crazy. Everybody here with the technology, you shut down your computer tomorrow,
mhm.
and guess what? You don't know what to do. You're not going to understand what to do. You
Half
can
the
still have
stuff
your
you
TV, you can still have your games, you can watch your sports. Shut your computer off. Shut this phone off, and then you'll see something.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm talking about myself too. This halftime.
No, that's all of us. That's all of us. As an older generation, we have become comfortable and, in a sense, lazy with it. Where, if we go back to when we were kids, because there are the jokes that we had tape players, and when you did your even with the AI, where you can create music, like I said earlier with the intro I created,
Yeah.
as opposed to going into a studio, you taking the musical instruments, creating the rhythms, the tempo, the beats, everything, then creating, implementing it, recording it, where you can go to your computer right now and go to AI, type in what you're looking for. It gives you information. You can make adjustments. It's still the same thing. It's still technology. It's just a different way of using it. So, you know,
Yep.
heck, I remember we didn't have cell phones. We had pay phones. You had
We
to
had
go find
beepers.
the
We had
you had
beepers. We
beepers.
had
Yeah.
beepers. How many times have you guys seen a guy with beepers? They do
Hmm.
that. 3 of them. Like, what do you need 3 for?
Exactly. Nowadays, it's this.
Yeah.
It's this. You can get your phone calls, whatever, text messages right away. You don't need a beeper. But back in the day, you had the beeper, beep beep beep. Then you gotta pull out coins. You gotta go find a pay phone to make a phone call if you weren't at home. So, yeah. What did she say? Mrs. Halftime says, "I have my books that you think is kindling. I can enter any world I want, not phones or computers needed." Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
That's true. You know, and what was the SpongeBob saying? Oh, it's about
Yeah.
imagination.
Yeah.
But
He's
yeah,
pulling out the reading rainbow over here, Coach Edd.
yeah. So, um, okay, so Navy is going to win this game. So let me just turn this one off and see. What other games are on? You got Penn State, UCLA. Oh, Notre Dame is coming on at 3:30. Okay, so I'll put it on
Nice.
there. So, um, and Brewers are up now 9-1, top of the third. So they scored another run. Yeah, Mitch, imagination. So my kids love that one, that SpongeBob one. So man, think of it. SpongeBob is old.
Yes.
SpongeBob is old.
You know it's really old now, and I can't believe it is, but The Simpsons.
Yeah, true. It is old.
I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, guess The Simpsons are old. They've been on for a while.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's me and NYG and I, we did on Heart of the City a while ago, top 5 cartoons we had. One of mine was Scooby-Doo. Well, actually, the original was Scooby-Doo, Where Are You?
Yes.
So, because that's what most people don't realize. It's actually, now you have Scooby-Doo, but the original was Scooby-Doo, Where Are You?
Yes.
So,
that was the first one. They changed that shit, and that pisses me off.
Yes, Mitch, we're going to eventually get the guests coming on. So, yes. My cousin, he loves The Simpsons. Yeah, I mean, there's cartoons that, still are timeless to me. So,
oh, yeah.
Scooby-Doo is one. The Simpsons is one. My all-time favorite though was the Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids.
Yeah.
So it
Fat
just
Albert and the when Cosby had that friggin' pen that he would draw. See, you don't remember young. You don't know go back to old school ways.
That's one of my brothers. That's one of his favorite because his Papa. His nickname was Papa Smurf growing up. So
Smurf?
he loved this. He loved the Smurf. So, but yeah, I mean, but yeah, it's just so.
Even for the wrestling fans out there, there was a wrestling cartoon out there. With Hulk Hogan, the Junkyard Dog, Hillbilly Jim, Big John Studd. All those they were cartoons on USA Network.
Yep, it was the Mr. T had his own.
Yep,
the Harlem Globe, the Harlem Globe
cereal.
Yep, you had the Harlem Globetrotters had their own cartoon. Yep. I mean, they
had their own. Even the Globetrotters were on Scooby-Doo.
Look, I go back to Popeye and Felix the Cat. So it's just But now think about that. Think about how we have progressed with cartoons till today.
To now, yes.
Yeah. So
and that's what drives me. Like I sit there, Miss Halftime always laughs at me because I don't like change. No, I'm like it ain't not liking change. It is. I am so shocked how much since I grew up change has changed.
Yep. Yes. But what'd she say?
She is since I was younger. I'm grown, lady. I'm grown up.
Well, is it really change or is it progress?
Well, it's progress.
But see, that's the thing.
It is progress. I will say this: it was progress because you had 3, 6, and 10. Now you got friggin' 1,000 channels you can go watch.
Oh, yes. There are so many different channels that because I remember that it was 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11. What is it? UHF?
Yes, UHF. Yes.
Yes.
And you gotta play with the bunny ears.
Yes.
Kids don't understand what we had to deal with. We had to juggle.
Now
here you go. You know who the remotes were? Back in the day? You're looking at us.
Yes.
Right here, this too.
Yes.
Coach Eddie, halftime was get up, boy, change the channel.
Yeah. Now it's you don't have a remote control. Everyone is lost. Not me.
Yeah, they don't know what to do with it. Like, yo, how do I work this TV without remote control?
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Charlie Brown was another one, Dave. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Charlie Brown is
Oh, Charlie Brown was my
in the
shit. I
Peanuts
love Charlie
game.
Brown.
I still love the Charlie Brown when Snoopy went to, was it to France? Oh man,
Yeah.
it just, you
Charlie
know,
Brown's Christmas, Charlie Brown's
mhm.
the Great Pumpkin Patch.
The great.
See, yeah,
Yes.
yes. You want to go old school? We go old school.
Yeah, bro. It was, like I said,
It was
NYG,
different.
yeah, it was different. The cartoons, you say Saturday morning cartoons was different.
Yep.
You always did that, got up, got your bowl of cereal, sat down in front of the TV.
And in front of the TV, you're in the living room. Mom say, yo, don't spill that on my carpet, Billy.
Well, no, my parents made us, because we had the plastic on the furniture. So my mom was like, "Don't you see?"
Coach got to sit on the freaking furniture. I wasn't allowed.
No. My mother said, because we had the plastic, you sit on the floor, because she didn't want to sit down and wipe down the She'd rather take the vacuum it up.
My mom just said, yo, you're sitting on the floor. You just got to pull a piece of floor and that's it.
Yeah.
Do not get on my furniture.
Nope. And that was my parents. So they were the same way. But you got your bowl of cereals and you watch that. Sometimes you would stay until the Kung Fu flicks came on. Then you went outside. And as soon as you went outside, you just started right away doing your flying kicks and with your friends. And Jetsons were another one.
Jetson was good.
Meet George Jetson. So
you have to watch your cartoons.
The Flintstones.
Before your mom and dad kicked you the fuck out the house.
Yes, exactly. So different time, different era. You couldn't go certain places. You could go certain places now. You can't. Do you know how many times I went all over town, get on my bike, went over? Sometimes I would go over across town to my aunt's house, and she would call my mom's, and Edward is over here, and my mom was like, "Oh, okay, when he's done, just send him back." So, who's on my Mount Rushmore event? Oh boy, wow. You know what's so funny, Mitch? I was just watching something on social media where a guy was going off because this kid was talking about, he said Jefferson, he said Jamar Chase, he said I'll throw in Randy Moss, he'll throw in he said Odell, and he said Zay Brown are his top receivers of all time. And I was like, what? No Jerry Rice, no Tim Brown, no Lynn Swan, no John Stallworth,
no Jerry Rice, no friggin' Randy Moss.
Yeah, so I'm like, and then when you throw in a tight end, I mean,
I don't know how you like the tight end thing. That throws me off.
No, because I could say Anthony Gonzalez. I could.
That's what I said.
I know most people say, well, Gronk. They will argue Gronk, and I get it. But for me, it's just Gonzalez was just.
Well, then you got an argument of Kelsey.
Yeah, you can make an argument. I mean, but that's the point. And that I talked to Halftime about this yesterday. So, Terrell Owens.
Yes.
I mean, it's like. But then you got Megatron. It's like, wait a minute, where do you put Megatron in this list? And it's kind of hard.
Megatron, like to me, I would put Megatron the fourth wide receiver.
Yeah, but who you
fourth?
So if you got Rice,
I
Moss,
got Randy Moss, I would have T.O. But since they threw a tight end in there, I had Tony Gonzalez.
But see, that's the point. Remember, Mount Rushmore is 4. So if you go Rice, Moss, Owens,
it would be Jerry Rice, Randy Moss, it would be T.O., and it'd be Tony Gonzalez.
So then Megatron's left off. So that's what I'm saying. It's like
Megatron would be 5th. But if you're going if you're doing wide receivers, just wide receivers,
yeah,
Megatron's the 4th one.
See, now I can go further back because then See, y'all don't understand how great John Stallworth and Lynn Swan were back
No, they
in
were
the
real. They
day.
were real great. They
You
were
know,
real great. You can put Michael Irvin in there too.
Michael Irvin. But see, here's the thing too. Don't forget, Stallworth. I think Swan won 4. No,
Yeah.
Stallworth won 4 too. Stallworth won the 4 too. So
Yeah.
it's like, wait a minute. So it's kind of hard. It's like I said, it's a hard debate. I mean, Mitch, I get you. This is hard.
Yeah, it is a real hard one.
I mean, it's like you really sit down and what is your criteria for having these receivers? Because some people are going to go stats. I'm going to say it's more than that. Impact of the game, championships can be a factor included in. Not the only thing. So Peyton Manning and Tom Brady did this. We were talking about this tomorrow morning. We are talking about this tomorrow. Oh, okay, you're talking about it tomorrow. So again, it's woo. Like I said, don't forget Tim Brown when he was with the Raiders. Man, I mean, I can even bring in the discussion Steve Largent back in the day when he was with Seattle. Y'all told, oh, you're right, Fitzgerald.
Who was the 2 wide receivers on Detroit, coach, when Barry Sanders was there? I forget their names, but they both had like over 1,000 yards. It was on that team. I forget their names. God darn it. I'm trying to think. There was 2 of them.
I'll tell you 1 second. Wait a minute. I'm looking it up right now because I don't remember.
So was that 92?
Was it Herman Moore one of them?
Yes. I think he was Herman Moore, and I forget the other guy, but yes. I mean, see, those 2 wide receivers got over 1,200 yards a year, and because of bringing Barry Sanders was so great.
Mm-hmm.
So,
hold a minute.
Put them in there.
See. We got Calvin Johnson, one. Herman Moore is another one. I'm on. Well, that's current. Gay Cottle. I don't know anything about him. Johnny Morton.
It's got to be Johnny.
Johnny Morton was 94. Yeah, so he was there during Barry's time.
Yeah, it got to be Johnny Morton.
Yeah, Morton. You have Morton, Moore, and Perriman.
Yeah, that's it. Perriman. Yeah, and they both had like 1,200 yards every year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know there are probably a lot of people that don't even know who they are.
Marvin Harrison was good. Yeah.
Yep.
Halftime. Why don't you go? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I Googled because
he's Googling. I'm over here just off the edge of my seat.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
trying to remember
what I do off the edge of my seat, just going back, just say, I'll hit the freaking brain and I'll go off of it.
Yeah, but yeah, Mitch, good question. And since you took us to the NFL,
it's a real tough question.
Since he took us to the NFL, here we go. NFL talk. Philly is 4-0. How confident or concerned are you with their current play? Do you feel there is a team coming up on their schedule that has the best chance of knocking them from the unbeaten ranks? So, first of all, are you confident or concerned with their current play?
I'm confident with my team. My team shows me, you know what they show me?
Mm-hmm.
They're a team. Special teams wins the game. Defense wins the game. Who's going to win the game for the Eagles?
So you don't feel that they're not as dominant as they were last year?
They are complete.
They're a complete team. Okay, I get you. But they're not as dominant as last year?
Well, right now they're not. I think that's just the play calling of the offensive coordinator because he's new. And Jalen Hurts can't have an offensive coordinator that lasts more than 1 damn year. So they're going to have their ups and downs. They're going to struggle on the offense. You're not going to blow it. This is the NFL. You're not going to blow everybody out.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't gonna happen.
Okay.
You're not always going to blow somebody out.
Okay. No,
everybody circles around the Eagles saying, hey, this is the team we want to beat. Because guess what? They won the goddamn won the Super Bowl, and we want to put their head on the plate.
Well,
so everybody's playing their best.
This is from NFL.com, and this is who is this? One of the guys who was picking. I forgot his name. He said why he picked the Broncos. Tom, he says, I originally had a whole blurb laid out explaining why the Broncos should be perfectly poised to finally knock Philly down a peg, but ultimately won't until I talk myself into actually believing in Denver. He said, don't worry, I'm not just getting carried away by Bo Nix and company's decisive primetime win over the flailing Bengals or all the soapy drama swirling around A.J. Brown. What ultimately persuaded me to take a chance on the Broncos was their defensive prowess. They've allowed a passer rating of 78.4, sixth lowest in the NFL, with the best pressure rate, 48.1, and sixth lowest EPA allowed per carry, negative 0.16. The Eagles offense, meanwhile, have failed to crack 300 total yards in the past 3 weeks, generating fewer than 100 rushing yards in each of their past 2 games. The only time they fell below that rushing total last season was in Week 18 when most of the starters were resting up for their Super Bowl run. Granted, the Eagles' defense is just as much of a force, and I don't feel great about rolling with Knicks and Sean Payton to get their first road win of the season in Philadelphia, but I'm going to go all out. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say Philly's offense finally falls into a hole and can't climb out of it. What is your thoughts?
I think the Eagles are just going to really beat up the Broncos, but I mean that's my opinion. I think since this is why I hate reporters. They start rumors about A.J. Brown every year because they have nothing to talk about. They're trying to make something to talk about. And fans fall into this the hatred. Because reporters hate the Eagles. Everybody hates the Eagles. Everybody don't like us. We don't care. That's how it goes. And that's the truth. So they're just running their mouth because that's what they have to do. They got to have something to talk about. What are you going to keep on saying? Well, the Eagles up 4-0 and they keep on winning. And, well, the offense didn't look good, but the defense did. The special teams did. And they're a complete team because whatever it takes to win, that's how they win. That's not a good reporters got to make something happen, and but I just think, listen, the Eagles are going to lose games because they always lose to a team that they're supposed to win, like the Giants or Dallas, or you're like, oh, they're going to win this game. That game that you think that they're going to win, they're going to lose that one. Because they're overconfident or whatever. Right now, the Eagles are just playing tight football. They're playing a team. They are a team.
So who do you think is best poised off of your schedule to knock them off from the unbeaten ranks? I'm not saying not to beat them completely or not allow them to win a Super Bowl. I'm just talking about regular season. Who's going to give them their first loss?
Who they're going to get their first loss? That's a good question.
If you don't know, I'll give you their schedule.
I'm looking it up right now. I'm Googling it right now. I'm Googling, everybody. I'm Googling. God. Um. I think it's going to be Green Bay, between Green Bay and Detroit. And that's going to be October 9. November 10th.
10th through the 16th. Okay.
Yeah, 10 to the 16th is when I think the Eagles will get their first L. In November.
Okay.
I think a lot of people are going to be upset about it. Because if you look at it, we play Denver, then we play the Giants, then we play the Vikings, then we play the Giants again, and then we have to play the Green Bay.
And it's a Monday night.
So I say that Green Bay or Detroit is going to give us the L, first L of the game a year.
Okay.
And I do have the Eagles like getting 3 or 4 losses this year. Hey, we have a rough schedule. Ain't like we have an easy one. We have a rough one.
No, I'm looking at it now. So, I mean, Denver is still a tough game for you guys.
Yes.
So, I mean, and I'm looking at everyone's predictions, and it's within 5 points. So, it's not like it's a blowout. And that's my whole point with last year, because, there are Eagles fans who have said to me, the Eagles are the most dominant team in the NFL in decades. And I'm like, decades? Are you serious? Last year, kudos, salute, dominated, did their thing. But this year, teams have improved, and you've lost players, you've lost coordinators, so there's always going to be a step down. So but yeah, I mean, the line, the Packers,
Coach, we had an easier schedule than last year. None for none, we had an easier schedule last year.
This year is I mean, Packers, Lions.
Every year changes for everybody. This year, the Giants have the worst schedule ever. They got the hardest schedule.
Believe me, I know. So,
but if you look at the Eagles and you look at their schedule last year to this year, we had an easier schedule last year. And everybody's headhunting for us because why? We won the Super Bowl.
Well, that's to be expected, bro. I mean, when you're the champs, everyone comes for you.
Even the Kansas City won. What did everybody do? They circled their freaking name and said Kansas City's the team to beat. Now this year it's circle the Eagles. They're the team to beat. Everybody's going to be on their A game when they play the Eagles.
Exactly.
And that's how it's supposed to be. That's football.
Exactly.
That's any sport, though. Like, it's crazy sometimes.
No, I'm with you. I understand that. When you go into that November, look, the Packers and the Lions are tough. Heck, you're at Dallas. I don't care what anyone says. When you play division games, for the most part, those are always going to be tougher. Because they're in your division. The Bears, I don't know. The Chargers, because you go to the Chargers, that's going to be tough. Washington, because you go to them, it's still going to be tough. You're at the Bills, and you close out with Washington. So, yeah, I'm with you. So Mitch says, congratulations on Googling halftime.
I didn't Google. I use a search engine. Mitch is like, I didn't Google. I used a search engine. It's fucking.
Well, that's what Google is. It's a search engine. So no, but I'm with you. I understand. I'm gonna say it. Your first loss is gonna come to the Giants.
Get out of here!
It's coming to the Giants.
See, Coach, like what I say is when I say this, I'm not even joking around anymore. that might actually be a loss. Wanna know why? Overconfidence. Maybe not ready. Maybe partied too much and didn't want to freaking play.
Mm.
And I mean, that's one of the losses that the Eagles are going to come up on. One game you're going to think like it could be the Bears. You think, this is going to be an easy win for the Eagles, and then it's going to be a loss.
Yeah, I mean, you're not blowing anyone out. You beat Cowboys by 4, Chiefs by 3, the Rams by 7, and the Buccaneers by 6. So yeah, it's not.
I got a question for you, Coach.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you have to blow somebody out?
Because that's how I personally I'm with you. It's like a win is a win. It doesn't matter if it's 1 point or 100 points. But people think that if you blow somebody out, you're just that much more elite, as opposed to, you know what? It just might have been that game. It just might have been that day. They just might have been off, the team you're playing. So, and that's, I can tell you from experience, I've seen teams that, you know what? They've gone on to win championships, but they had that one game where they got totally shellacked. And everyone was just like, oh my gosh, what is going on? But then they win the championship, and it just changes the whole narrative. So,
yeah.
But people think, if you blow somebody out, then you're the greatest thing since sliced bread.
They don't really blow nobody out.
Mm-mm.
They win Super Bowls. You don't hear nobody going, oh my God, Kansas City ain't blowing nobody out.
Mm-hmm.
No, you know what they hear about Kansas City? Because they hate the Eagles. They'll say Kansas City, it doesn't matter how they win, they just win. And then now the Eagles are doing it. It's, they're not blowing nobody out though. I don't understand when people say that stuff.
But
would you rather have an L or a W?
I'm going to say this. Always remember the 18-0 New England Patriots.
Yep.
They were supposed to be the greatest thing, and what happened? They took that L in the championship.
And they took that L to the Giants, and the Giants freaking won the Super Bowl.
Exactly. So, and they were dominating teams throughout the year.
Yep.
But when you get to that championship, they weren't putting up the point. And again, that's why I say it's a matter of what happened during the course of that game. The coaches may have had a great game plan, and the opposition may have had a bad game plan. Players may have been hurt, or somebody just was not playing up to their full potential. So, blowouts to me are overrated. I get it. It's talking points, and you blew them out. Then we all sit down and we do talk, and we all do. And it's human nature to sit there and think, they blew them out. Maybe is this team really that good, or is that team really that bad? But during the course of the game, it just is. That's just the way it is. Good block. Good block.
If you look at the Tampa Bay game with the Eagles, we were blown out. We were beating Tampa Bay pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
In the second half, they were coming back. Why? 100-degree heat. Our guys were getting they were getting worn down because we started so good in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So you had to watch the game. See, stats can't tell you everything. Watch that game. Eagles were really good in the first half, and he said, oh my God, you were so bad in the second half. What happened? Well, you didn't circle that 100-degree heat, did you? The stat didn't say nothing about that.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And that's my point, bro. There's so many different factors into, the course of a game.
Stats can't tell you the whole story. And people are like, they're so with the stats, and it's all about analytics, that they don't even watch the game no more.
That's my point, bro. I've been saying that,
You know me.
Stats and analytics are good to use as a tool to help, but the game is the game. What's happening in the game?
the stats can teach people more about football if you don't understand football, but it's not going to tell you the whole game.
Exactly. Exactly. So there you have it. So, and we're going to touch on this last thing. Yes, I say the best for last.
Here we go.
Yeah. Jackson Dart led New York to a win against the almighty Chargers. How big of a win was this? Is Jackson Dart the right person to guide New York during this rebuild? And how many more wins can New York get with Dart at the helm of the Giants? So, for me, how
Hold on.
big
Didn't he get hurt in the game?
he really didn't. They just thought they sent him out to get evaluated because they thought he might have had a concussion.
Oh,
And he was getting up and he was shaking his head. And this didn't even this came from the spotter. So you know how that goes. And when you get the spotter calling down, you got to go get checked out by in a third party person who's going to evaluate that player to say yes, they can go back into the game. So
okay.
that's really what it was about. Did he have some tightness where he was, stretching his left hamstring? Yes, he was, but he played the whole game. So for the most part, except those 2 plays, and they brought Russell Wilson in, and the whole thing changed during that time frame. So. But that's pretty much how it went down. Ooh, it's going to be it's 4th and goal. Okay. But how big of a win was this? It was a big win. First of all, you have to respect the Chargers. The Chargers are a good team. It's not like they're a bad team. For New York to do that, and you had a rookie quarterback. Now he didn't have these eye-popping numbers, but he was very efficient. And he's effective. Also, the one thing that really helped was his legs. He was able to maneuver in the pocket as well as get downfield in the run game. I mean, they were using him to run. So it changes how you have to defend the Giants. That's really what it boils down to. No longer is there a quarterback just sitting in the pocket. Now you have to worry about a quarterback who can actually get out there and run and make plays with his legs. There was a big play that he ran. I think it was like 40 plus yards.
Is that
But
the
it
one
was
for the
brought back.
touchdown that he had?
I'm sorry.
Is that the one for the touchdown he had?
No. This was a big one. This is where he got. They said he got hurt, and it came back because of a penalty. But he went to the right side, broke out, cut back across the field. He even tried to stiff arm the safety. Like he hooked him and he was trying to throw him, but the safety grabbed onto his arm and brought him down to the ground. So, but you don't see that in the stats because it was a penalty. So that brought it back. But the point was his moxie, his confidence, and the way this team believes in him. That's why this is also a big win. And, he slowly is starting to win me over. He really is. Those who know me know I was big on Shedeur Sanders last year. And, now Jackson Dart is the New York Giants quarterback. I'm a Jackson Dart fan. And I want to see this kid do well. So, and it seems like he's the right guy. Every player talks about this. The coaches even talk about this. So Dable, he's putting his money behind this kid, basically. So but yeah, this is why it was a big win, and this is why he's the right player to lead this team during this rebuild. Now you got to continue to put the pieces around him so he can be successful. So
he's like Jalen Hurts, can't get over. He's not the quarterback that's going to get you over 4,000 yards passing. He's going to be the guy that's going to beat you with his legs and his arm.
But Dart, once he gets comfortable and he gets the pieces, he can throw for 4,000 yards. I'm telling you that right now. He can.
Well,
the way he reads this field.
Never throw for 4,000.
Who?
Jalen Hurts will never throw for 4,000. Yeah, he's not that quarterback.
But your system is not built that way either. So that's the other thing. That's the other thing where you can build a system around Jackson Dart to be that type of quarterback to sit back there and to pick you apart. I mean, I will be honest, there were times the offensive line gave him a lot of time and he was sitting back there and he made the right read and he ripped that ball right into the receivers. So, to me, he is the right person. And for this year, I think the Giants can get probably, because originally I was saying they would be lucky to get 1-2 wins. I think you can probably get 4, maybe 5 wins with Jackson Dart as the starting quarterback, as long as he finishes out the season. I honestly believe that. So that's my thoughts. So you have any takes? I mean, first of all, do you think it was a big win for
I thought it was a huge win for you. Personally, everybody had that one circled as a loss. I mean, shoot. If the Giants coaches even said, "Hey, we were going to win this game," I'd say they were full of shit. So, you know what I mean? So
exactly.
this game was so huge for you. And can it change the way your team looks at other teams? Yeah. You can start getting some W's. Till you play the Eagles.
Nah, we're going to get that first win, man.
No way. You ain't getting that W. You might. If you did, even that'd be a huge win for you. I can't believe I'm telling you now, I couldn't believe you beat the Chargers. I'm like, holy crap.
I know.
And this is Yannis. What's wrong with the Chargers?
Yeah, I know.
It was like, wait a minute. They didn't pat you guys on the back. They said, what's wrong with the Chargers?
Yeah, I know.
They gave it up to the Chargers. Oh, the Chargers didn't come up with the plays. They didn't. It was all Chargers did not play football. The night you guys did good.
Look, if it wasn't for 2 explosive touchdown plays, a long touchdown pass and a touchdown run, the score wouldn't have been as close as it was. And I'm not saying the Giants dominated the Chargers. It's just that it was those 2 plays that made the game a lot closer than what it was. And Jackson
Dart this week, Coach.
Who, the Giants?
Yeah,
I have it right here already set too. So, and I will read it to you. The Giants are playing the Saints in New Orleans.
Oh, there's another W for the Giants.
Look. Most of the prognosticators picked the Saints. It says both teams are struggling to find their way, and no result would surprise me in this one. The Giants seem close to having a sense of how to win, though. They beat one of the most impressive squads of the early going in 2025, pummeling a weakened Chargers offensive line with 21 pressures. Yes, that was a big thing. And the most of any team in week 4. New York notched its first victory of the season last week, despite losing its best offensive player early in its quarterback's first career start. I respect the Saints' scrappiness, but I've yet to see them show the resiliency the Giants displayed against the Bolts. Jackson Dart has injected new life into the offense, and the combination of Brian Burns, Abdul Carter, Dexter Lawrence, Kayvon Thibodeau is a lot for an offensive line to handle, especially a banged-up one like New Orleans has at the moment. Sunday will present an excellent chance for Saints quarterback Spencer Rattler to earn his first career win, 0-10 as a starter, a week after Dart nailed it on his first try. Rattler's played better than his record would indicate, but I need to see him log a W before I can truly believe. And those are some great points. And, also don't forget, Dexter Lawrence had the defensive lineman's dream, almost a complete dream, but where he deflected a pass, caught it, and raced downfield before he got tackled in the red, in between. I think I think he was brought down at about the 7. So, because he would have scored. So, but yeah, the pressure this front line brings. And that's the thing. If you have a banged up offensive line, they get after it, man.
It might be right. I might be right about when I said that you guys might be ahead of the Dallas Cowboys. They tied the Green Bay.
Yeah.
And I think they're playing the Jets this week, right?
Yeah, they're playing that's the one right after it here.
So
Yeah, they're playing the Jets.
Everybody got Dallas.
Yeah.
Come on, Jets. Win. Damn it. Win, Jets. Win.
But here's the thing. Spencer Rattler hasn't won an NFL game as of yet.
Yeah,
so,
why are they giving him so much credit?
It's when I saw, now if I say a Saints homer, okay, I'm fine with that. But when I saw 3 and the whatchamacallit, the betting line initially was to the Giants, but then it changed to the Saints. And I'm saying to myself, what? So now Giants can't be overconfident. They still have had a bad season so far. So, but you get this win, you're now 2-3. And don't forget, you could easily be 3-2 because you were right there with the Cowboys. So, it's not like
you could be right there with the Cowboys.
Yeah. So,
listen, I really want to be right.
I know you do.
I really want to be right, and I want you guys to be ahead of the Cowboys. So I really want you guys to win.
Oh yeah, I do too.
Just so I can make fun of them Cowboys.
Yeah. So that's what I want. So I want the Jets to win and I want the Giants to win. So especially for Heart of the City, because it could be
especially if the big Cowboys lose to the Jets.
Yes. Exactly. So but we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. You streaming today's game with the Phillies?
Yeah, and that's at 6:38.
Yeah,
6:35.
Well,
6:38.
Yeah, it's 6:30 on TBS. So you'll probably start a little bit after that. So
yeah,
there you have it. Just a quick update on the scores. It's still 9-1, top of the 5th.
Oh my God, 9-1.
And it was now going into the bottom of the 5th now. So.
It's only the 5th inning?
Yeah.
A spanking is happening.
Yes, there it is.
That's a spanking. 9-1, that's a spanking.
Yeah, that's a spanking. So I'm actually going to be covering the big game, Miami traveling to take on Florida State. So that'll be at 7:30, 7:15 pregame. So make sure you tune into both of us. For baseball and for college football. So, and then the rest of the week, I have my normal stuff, Heart of the City, WNBA, and then, probably next Friday, I'll be covering the Rutgers-Washington game. So we'll see. But that's going to be it. We're going to get ready to get out of here. I appreciate everyone for tapping in, communicating and great contributions to the discussion, especially question of the day. So thank you, everyone. We really appreciate you.
Today.
Yeah, I love doing that too. So, but we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. Thanks a lot again for everyone for being here, and we'll see you guys next week. All right. So we're out of here. Peace.
Peace.
Gather round for the halftime chat. Old friends cracking jokes and talking stats. From life's little games to the greatest plays. Love and the stories from the old glory days. With Philly's heart and Coach's cheer, we break it down every moment, dear. Life is a team and we've got the plan. Sports, love, and laughter, that's who we am.